Buenos dias and welcome. It's so good to see you. Um, Remember, safe practices where we are all home. Only one member of our family, if necessary. If necessary, you go out. Remember, when you use your face mask, make sure it's covering your nose, and then here is secured. Here is secured. When you go out with your, especially it's a reusable mask, the front part of the mask you don't touch at all, and you take it out by your loops, both disposable and reusable. Take it out by the loops. This you can wash it and then take it. So if I'm using this just for a few minutes and I need to put it back to go on, I always have the inside properly closed, right? Rest it down there. All right. So today we are looking at doing a prayer in art. Right. So first, let's see what it is I'm talking about. A prayer in art. Right. So this term today we are in the month of May, and the month of May we dedicated not only first Sunday it's to mothers, we dedicated to Our Lady. And more now than ever, we need to really call on Our Lady. We need to pray, all right? We need to pray for our families and friends. So let's look at what it is I mean, a prayer and art. So we're using the concept of how this poem, look at how this poem was created here. Love looks like a lot like a hot bowl of oatmeal with my family. Love smiled like hot chocolate cookies straight from the oven. So the poem is written around and around and around. Now, to make this, you would have had to draw your heart and write it. Now, what I'm looking for is the consistency in terms of the letters and the size. Okay? And you can use one color alone or you can use two colors. You are the designer. Let's look at the next one. Facts on a hot cup of tea. So the shape of the hot cup of tea, and they were writing about it. Okay? Nature, the shape of the tree, and there was writing on it. So let me just go back a bit. I think that was a bit fast. Oh, it didn't go back. Right? So let me just move my picture from here, right? So here we had the facts on a hot cup of tea. You can see the cup drawn out here, but the words pick up the area of the hot cup of tea. There were guidelines here because in fact you can see a bit of it, but erased, and it was written in words. The words made the shape. So the words came nearer, then the words came far apart. The words also formed the steam. Okay? Here we're looking at another one, very simple. We're looking at the shape of a tree, right? And it's telling us about, it's giving a message about the tree, about nature, about don't destroy the nature, don't burn the trees, preserve them, they are precious. Oh, I flipped it by mistake again. They are precious, so otherwise you will be also killing yourself. Notice how the shape of the tree gave a message. All right? Right. So this month is dedicated to Our Lady. So let me just stop share for a minute. So this month is dedicated to Our Lady, and had we been in school, we would have been having a lot more Marian devotions. But we are not. We are still doing classes online. So I would like you to use that image, right? And to be respectful. All Catholics, I would like you to make up a prayer to Our Lady, right? Asking her to, well, we all know what's going on with COVID right now. we are hearing it on the news, and we all have been touched or affected in one way or another by the news that we are hearing, right? Either it's our family, either it's our friends, either it's our neighbors. And we all know about the ill of COVID, right? COVID 19. From the time you don't wear your mask, you are at risk of contracting this fatal disease. All right, this fatal not disease, this fatal virus. So I want you to write a prayer. So the first thing you have to do is write a prayer, right? You could write a prayer, how long, how short you want to do it. If it is a verse or a line that you're repeating, fine, right? So you're going to write a prayer, right? And this is the month of May. We are dedicating it to Our Lady. We are asking Our Lady to cover us with her mantle. She's normally in a long robe, right? And we are asking her to cover us and to protect us, right? And I want you to take your time and write out a prayer. When you finish write out the prayer, I want you to do the drawing of Our Lady. So I chose a very simple drawing. So I just want to go back at it, right? This is the simple drawing of Our Lady. Okay? So all where the black lines are, all where the black lines are, you are going to do your prayer. So all here will be your prayer. The one thing I'm asking for is that you maintain your size, right? And the words, I must not see these lines. Your words must reflect Our Lady. So I will see this in our words. You can choose to write it in blue because blue is normally symbolical of Our Lady. If you don't, well, most of you have blue pens, right? Or if you don't have that, you can use your pencil. All right? Now, another thing you can use, because we're still doing prayer, I'm giving you the option. You can use hands, right? Hands. You are the designer, right? You are the designer, right? So you could use anything else, but I'm showing you that I know some girls, they're very creative and they might want to step out a bit. But your exercise today, right, is that you are writing a prayer, and the prayer is going to take a shape. The prayer could be as long as you want, as short as you want, but it must take a shape. Remember, we are in the month of May, and the month of May is dedicated to Our Lady, our Holy Mother, our Heavenly Mother. All right? So I want to see some sort of reflection of that, your prayer in that. And the prayer must also be indicative of what it is happening now in our country here in Trinidad and Tobago. And girls, when you're doing it, even though you're sticking within the guidelines of it taking the shape, it must be the same size. I must not see your guidelines when you are finished. I want to still see some sort of thought and awareness of what's going on in our country. I want to see some sort of awareness of compassion and thought of your family, your friends, your community. And we really need to also lift them up because prayer is the only thing that can take us through this. All right. So thus ends my video. Again, I cannot overemphasize how to use your face mask. This is going to be your physical protection. The ends are what you're going to hold, right? You're taking it and it covering your nose and your mouth, around your ears, all right? Remember, you're not touching here. When I'm finished with this, I'm going to take it and wash it. Okay, so remember safe practices, social distancing, wash your hands with soap and water. And girls, we need to really pray. Thank God that we are alive here today. But thank God for the many other people that we keep hearing about. We may not know them, we may know them, we need to lift them. Adios.